So some of you guys might know this already, but at the start of 2024, I joined a proprietary trading firm in Malaysia. I can't believe it's already been 7 months. I feel like time just flew by so quickly. I feel like I just joined it yesterday. But yeah, in today's video, I'll be talking about my experience as a full-time trader in Malaysia so that if any of you guys are interested in pursuing something like this, you know what it's kind of like. But before I go through my experience, I thought maybe let me just share with you guys how I got here in the first place. So I've always been someone who's been interested in trading ever since around 2020, I guess. And I've traded many different things. I've traded both Malaysian and US stocks. I've traded options, forex, crypto, basically every single product out there. I studied economics and finance in uni. I learned some stuff, but nothing that I could apply directly in trading. So most of the things that I learned before this was all self-learned. It was like on YouTube, trading courses, stuff like that. I think many of you guys would resonate as well. Anyway, in about September last year, I found out about this program that Bursa was hosting or organizing. It was called the Futures Trading Apprenticeship Program. And I thought, why not just go for it? I am interested in trading. I did have some time, so I thought just apply for it. At the end of it, I did get accepted, so I attended the program for 2 weeks in Bursa Malaysia's HQ. This was in November of last year. And then, after the program completed, I got offered to join the proprietary trading firm that was doing the training, as a full-time trader, and the rest is history. By the way, if any of you guys are interested in becoming full-time traders as well, then in my opinion at least, the best way for you to achieve that is by going through this program. So the good news is Bursa Malaysia, they just opened applications for the third batch of this program and it has already started on the 18th of August, but the last day to apply will be the 9th of September 2024. So if you guys are watching this video during this period, then you should go ahead and apply. But if you guys are watching after the 9th of September, don't worry, there will be more batches in the future, so just keep an eye out on it. Of all the applicants out there, only 30 people will be accepted, so if you're one of them, then congrats. The program itself will run from the 12th to the 25th of October 2024 at Bursa Malaysia's HQ. So that's around 2 weeks. So yeah, if any of you guys are interested, I recommend going and applying as soon as you can because the application process, it does take some time. You have to go through an introduction to trading derivatives first. For those of you who are interested, I'll leave the link in the description of this video. I've basically gone from attending this program myself to promoting it on behalf of Bursa. But yeah, I really do think it's one of the best opportunities out there for Malaysians who want to pursue full-time trading. There's no guarantee that you'll get the job, but this is how I got my chance. Also, the training for this batch of FTAP will be done by a new proprietary trading firm, so it's not the same one that I went through. So any experiences that I share in today's video, it might be slightly different than yours. But in today's video anyway, I'm sharing my experience as a full-time trader. It's not really related to any trading firm. So let's go through my experience. I thought that the most logical way to do this is to do it in chronological order. So I'll just start from, basically when I just started trading to where I am today. So the first few months was the most exciting but tiring time of probably my entire career. There was just so much for me to learn and I was trying to absorb everything like a sponge. So I learned the way that my firm traded back when I was in FTAP. So there was this 2-week period where we were actually in Bursa's trading arcade and we were going through simulation accounts and the firm actually taught us how they trade and they shared some of their strategies. But obviously after joining their firm, they shared a lot more stuff. So there's still a lot more new things for me to learn. And what I quickly realized was that the way that they trade, their trading styles, their strategies, all that stuff, it's really, really different than how normal retail traders trade, or at least how I used to trade before I joined them. So at my firm, we primarily traded spreads, which if you guys don't know, it's basically we're trading 2 contracts against each other, something like that. I did have a bit of experience in it back when I traded options as a retail trader, but it was nothing that I really, dove really deep into or really understood the strategies behind it. So everything was, every day, was a really new experience for me. There was a lot of things for me to learn. And at the end of every day, I felt like my brain was fried, There was just too much things to absorb. To be fair as well, I haven't been in office 5 days a week ever since 2020, ever since lockdowns. So my body had to get readjusted to, being in office every day, traveling and all that stuff. During this period, I realized that the quickest way for me to learn and absorb all of this stuff is to basically just keep trading, Just like anything else in life, if you want to be good at something, we gotta put in the reps. There's no point for us to just, do all the theoretical work, studying, backtesting and all that stuff, but never pull the trigger on the trade itself. I'm not saying theory isn't important, by the way. I did spend a lot of time studying, historical charts of the products I was gonna trade, all those stuff. As a trader, you do have to put in a lot of work, and I did do it myself as well. So studying is important, but it's equally as important to actually pull the trigger. You need to actually trade yourself to be able to improve, learn, make mistakes, and practice more. And I also quickly learned that, I needed to manage my losses a lot better. So this is very normal. We hear this all the time, have a stop loss, stuff like that. Maybe, having a stop loss is not as necessary, but managing your losses quick is very important. So I remember the first week or 2 weeks at my trading firm, I had this idea of trading something. It was basically very small profit trades, but I was going to do it very frequently. And for the first 2 weeks, it was going well. I remember just grinding it every single day, and I was up a couple thousand ringgit. So I was very happy about that. And then one day, this same trade, it went against me. I was very slow to react. I didn't manage my loss as well. And in just that single day, my entire profits from 2 weeks, it was completely gone. Overall, the first 3 months as a full-time trader, it was really good, but at the end of the third month, I nearly doubled my account already, which is insane just thinking back about it. 3 months, 100%. Who does that, let alone a new trader? But there was a lot of beginner luck involved. The markets were just really good. I put on some really good trades. I just got lucky. But yeah, things were going very well. I was still learning a lot, and it was nice having other traders around me as well. Back when I was a retail trader, one of the major problems was it felt really lonely. There was no one to discuss ideas, mistakes, and stuff like that. So yeah, things were just going really well. So I was thinking to myself, what could go wrong? I found the perfect job for me. Every 3 months, I'm going to double my account, right? Well, the thing is, there's this saying in trading where, when you're doing really well, you're on a really good streak, people tend to get overconfident, and then they start taking a lot more risk to try and push their luck. And that's exactly what I did. So because I got overconfident, I started making some mistakes, and I went through a pretty big drawdown from my 4th month onwards. This was due to some poor decision making, and also, just being a bit unlucky because the markets were just reacting in a very different way than they did in the past. But I would put it down mainly to my own decision making. In trading, we can't really blame the markets. The market's out there. Everyone can trade it the same way. Everyone sees it the same way. So yeah, we just got to put the blame on ourselves. And that's something that I realized too. If you really want to become a trader and you really want to improve, then you can't blame the markets. You can't say the markets are rigged. People are hunting my stop loss and stuff like that. Maybe they are. No one knows, right? But even if they are, the only one in control of your trading account is you. And if you keep blaming the markets, then you will really never improve. Anyway, back to the story of me being in a drawdown. So this is gonna sound pretty crazy, but from just 2 bad trades, I lost an equivalent amount of money to half of my yearly salary last year before I quit my job. So yeah, it was a lot of money to me. That's the thing about trading, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and when you do lose, it can be very, very painful. So as a trader, you really got to be the kind of person who you can, take these L's and just move on with life, right? Obviously, no one wants to lose. It sucks to lose, but in trading, it's almost guaranteed that eventually you will go through a phase where you are losing money. I would say that even in sports like Arsenal back in 2004, I hate to say this, but Arsenal back then, they went through an entire season unbeaten because they were just so much better than everyone else. But in trading, no matter how good you are, you're almost guaranteed to lose. You will have some losing trades, so you have to be able to recover from those. So after making these bad trades and going through this drawdown, I decided to go through a phase where I reflected on what happened, trying to figure out what went wrong, and I figured out that it was basically just 2 major mistakes. Number 1 is, again, I didn't manage my losses very, very well. So I took on a mean reversion trade, which basically means prices are falling, you buy it because you expect it to go back up to its, range. But what happened was, obviously, prices kept going lower and lower and lower, and the further it goes, the more difficult it is to cut your losses. I think a lot of you guys who have traded before have went through something like this as well. But the second mistake that I made, that was the real killer, which is basically my position size was way too big. So from this, my biggest learning is basically if price goes against you, let's say you buy something and the price goes down, if price goes against you, it will hurt. Yes, you will experience some losses, but if you have too big of a position size, that is what will actually kill you. That's how people blow up. Average down, average down, average down. Before you know it, you have such a huge position and you're taking on a really big loss. And that's basically what happened to me. And these 2 mistakes, it basically came from me being too confident because those first 3 months, they were really good for me. So on top of these losses that I was facing, I even had to start paying for my monthly costs as a full-time trader. So some of you guys might not know this, but there are actually costs associated to being a trader. Just like any other business, there are things that we got to pay every single month. So the majority of this is the software that we use to trade. So we have to pay this every month. And then we also have to pay market data fees. And I don't know if you guys realize, but there are different pricing for market data depending on whether you're a professional trader or not. So you guys can see this example from Bursa Malaysia. Basically, if you're not a professional trader, then you will be charged $5 a month. But if you're a professional trader, there will be $24 a month, which is nearly 5 times more. So imagine this is just Bursa. There are many other markets that we trade as well. So these costs, it can really start to stack up. And once I add just my software and my market data fees, it's close to around 10,000 ringgit a month, just slightly under. So that's already very high, obviously. And this excludes commissions that we pay on our trades. So obviously commissions will be dependent on how many lots you trade every single month. For me, it's consistently in the 5 figures as well. So this period, it was a pretty rough time for me. I'm on a profit split model with my firm. So basically, I'm not getting any fixed salary every single month. So if I'm not making money trading, there's basically no income for me. The good thing is I at least had that profit buffer for my first 3 months. So I wasn't actually like losing money, but I did give up on a lot of profits, and that's still not nice. No one wants that, right? So after taking these losses, I pretty much just got my head together again and started to focus. Like I said, because in trading, losses are guaranteed, whether it's just a period of bad luck where you consistently lose money, or if you made a major mistake like I did and you lost money as well, these things will happen. So you need to be the type of person that can bounce back from it. In that movie Rocky, where the guy is like,
but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's basically trading. To me, trading is just a game of survival, especially early on. I've been through so many trading courses, I've listened to so many interviews with successful traders, and they all say the same thing. Basically, just manage your losses. You don't want to be kicked out of the game. If your account gets blowed up, you are kicked out of the game. So you just want to survive, make sure everything's going well, and the longer you are trading, eventually things should work out for you. So it took me some time to build back my account to where it was, and it wasn't easy. I started taking a more slow and steady approach, things that were proven rather than trying to rush things, which I think is the right way to do things, especially as a beginner. That's why I honestly think that, trading is one of those jobs where you really have to enjoy it, because there will be tough periods, and when these times come, you can be very tempted to quit. If I didn't enjoy trading as much as I did, I would have just quit right after what happened, because what's the point of putting myself through all this suffering, right? I may as well just get a normal 9-to-5 job every single month. I know my paycheck is going to come in regardless of how well I did. I'll still get my money. So yeah, you really have to enjoy trading to become a successful trader. I was also helped out by what happened, I think, around 2 weeks ago, where I remember, it was a Monday, and basically every single stock market out there, futures, they were just dropping like crazy, including the FBM KLCI. And as traders, of course, we love volatility. And I remember on just that one single Monday, I did make back quite a bit of money. So yeah, sometimes markets are bad, but sometimes they're really good, and we just have to be there to take the opportunity. And that brings me to where I am today. I'm still, of course, very, very new to trading. It's only been 7 months. I talk as if, I know so many things, but obviously there will be many more mistakes that I make in the future, and there will be a lot more things for me to learn. But I do enjoy this, and I have accepted that there will be highs and lows in this career. So if any of you guys listened to this entire story and you still think that you want to become a full-time trader, then like I said, one of the best opportunities I know as a Malaysian is to go through Bursa Malaysia Derivatives Futures Trading Apprenticeship Program. Like I said, I will leave the link in the description. The last day to apply for the third batch is the 8th of September 2024. But if you can't commit to something like this, you actually have to be there for 2 weeks at Bursa Malaysia's HQ, which means if you have a job, you're going to have to take leave, then it's fine. You can still take trading part-time. You can still learn it on your own. I have seen many successful retail traders who have done it all on their own. You just have to put in a lot of effort. As usual, it takes a lot of hard work. You got to be resourceful as well, because trading, it is not easy. If it was so easy, everyone would be a trader and everyone would be a millionaire by now. Anyway, thanks for watching this video to the end, guys. Give me a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.